Hello, this is Yannick Goldens and welcome to another episode of Scoring Plus, where I'm going to talk about a showreel scene that I have done, which is just completed now. It has been okay, and today we have a very special case. The filmmaker, in this case Chris Stone, had different ideas than I had. And now, how did this go about? So I think 1 week ago, he basically wrote me a text message and was like, I have a new showreel scene, a very interesting one, good acting and so on. Would you fancy to have a go at it? And I was like, sure, of course. We didn't have, a traditional kind of briefing. So he just sent me the material, two versions of it. It was the video with two different temp tracks. One was American Beauty, and I don't remember the other one where that was taken from, but it was basically just very sad music. To me, this was obviously something just sad. And that's what I did. I spent an afternoon doing the music for it, played just simply a sad tune. Sent it to Chris. I thought it was okay. I thought it was a good tune. Sent it to Chris, and he was like, yeah, it is a good track, but it doesn't work in the scene. And I was completely baffled at his reaction, because usually we have a very good understanding of each other, how we work and what we come to expect from each other. And he was like, yeah, but I don't feel it. And I was like, why wouldn't you feel? I mean, we have all the ingredients we need. We did some kind of, we tried to come up with a solution like lowering, decreasing the amount of piano notes and, increasing the volume of the strings, which didn't help at all. In fact, he was just, and then he mentioned something like, why wouldn't you want to try haunting strings? And I was like, why would you have, I mean, this is a sad scene. It is obvious what is going on. Why would you have haunting strings in there? And so we said, you know what, we can't figure it out what is going on and what exactly the music should do. I went back to watch it and I said, yeah, well, we have the things checked, like I said, sad actors, sad music, but also I had to be honest and say it doesn't resonate with me. And so we let a week go by and we came back to it. Then we watched it together and we had the proper briefing via Skype, and we kind of came to the conclusion that, of course, I came to the project fresh. Chris, of course, has developed the whole, script, and he had the idea, and he know why he did a certain cut there, and why the actors would put it like that. And basically, what we came to the conclusion, when the music also takes the sad part, it kind of eliminates or at least diminishes the effect of the acting. So it becomes overbearing. It's too much. It's like these classical situations where you kind of force the viewer or the audience to feel a certain way, which sometimes works, sometimes it doesn't. And in that case, it just simply didn't work. And then we came up with the other concept, and that was the haunting strings. And that is called juxtaposition, is when you do with the music, you do something different than actually what the picture says. So you have a sad scene, but you don't make sad music. And then Chris said something very vital, which was, think about it that way. It is a sad scene, in fact, but you have no idea where this conversation between the two of them is going. You don't know how much the mother knows. You don't know how much she's willing to admit to her daughter. You don't know how the daughter's going to react. So basically, there's a lot of unknown in the scene, and that's where the music should kind of kick in. That's where the music should be. And I was like, yeah, that makes perfect sense.
Your dad told me.
He promised he wouldn't.
He was worried about you, darling.
And he didn't know what to do.
Not a clue.
Well, I'm sorry I didn't say anything.
I did tell you not to go looking.
You've never even met her.
The social workers told me everything I needed to know about her.
I couldn't find her phone number. So I drove over yesterday.
So, she doesn't live far away?
She lives in a row of cottages on Winchester Avenue. It's pretty. You'd like her garden. Massive, full of flowers.
Sounds lovely.
Yeah. There was a kid's bike out front. Swing on a tree. Toys on the lawn.
Oh, Nikki. That doesn't mean she doesn't want to see you.
I'm pretty sure she's moved on.
There's not a day goes by that a mum doesn't think about her kids.
Yeah, and I don't want to ruin everything for them.
They'd be lucky to have you. What are you doing this afternoon?
Nothing. I called in sick today.
If you need a hand to hold, then we can go over together.
You'd come with me? Really?
Anything for my little girl.
Thanks, Mum.
So now that was the scene how it wound up to be. But now take a look at the scene the way I originally scored it, just playing it plain sad, and see if you can feel some differences.
Your dad told me.
He promised he wouldn't.
He was worried about you, darling.
And he didn't know what to do.
Not a clue.
Well, I'm sorry I didn't say anything.
I did tell you not to go looking.
You've never even met her.
The social workers told me everything I needed to know about her.
I couldn't find her phone number. So I drove over yesterday.
So, she doesn't live far away?
She lives in a row of cottages on Winchester Avenue. It's pretty. You'd like her garden. Massive, full of flowers.
Sounds lovely.
Yeah. There was a kid's bike out front. Swing on a tree. Toys on the lawn.
Oh, Nikki. That doesn't mean she doesn't want to see you.
I'm pretty sure she's moved on.
There's not a day goes by that a mum doesn't think about her kids.
Yeah, and I don't want to ruin everything for them.
They'd be lucky to have you. What are you doing this afternoon?
Nothing. I called in sick today.
If you need a hand to hold, then we can go over together.
You'd come with me? Really?
Anything for my little girl.
Thanks, Mum.
So now the question is, talking about juxtaposition. Instead of playing it sad, how would you make something sound more ambiguous and mysterious? Now, originally the concept was just playing like straight a sad chord progression, if you will. So starting on the D minor would be something like so I'm telling you a sad story, right? I'm telling you how to feel. Do I make you sad? So basically the solution to that is to make it more ambiguous and more like what's going on, is to put notes that are very close on the scale. So you, instead of playing just, D minor and the C, for example, you add some interesting notes in there. So something like it almost becomes like unpleasant to listen to. It's instead of so that is an interesting technique. So instead of, hey, I'm gonna make you feel sad, I know it's in the picture, but I'm gonna make you feel sad either way because I know what I'm doing with my music, so I'm gonna make you feel sad. I'm gonna make something like, hey, you know what I'm about to tell you. No, you don't you? And how about now? No? Well, then figure it out. Look at the picture. Is it sad or what is this? So that's kind of the trick, to put notes in there that are quite close to each other, so it comes like you don't know. You want to have that state of the music where you don't know where is it going. That's exactly what I was looking for. You don't know if it's going to, on which side it's going to fall onto. You don't know if it's going to be sad. You don't know if it's going to be happy, or what is it going to do. And exactly that state of not knowing what's about to happen makes it interesting, I think. And so now I think that's it for this episode. If you have special questions or requests, what you want me to cover in an upcoming video, just feel free to comment, I'm always looking forward to that.